Welcome to Revelation chapter 21. Then I saw a new heaven and a new earth, for the old heaven and the old earth had passed away, and the sea was no longer there. Why is the sea no longer there? Okay, let's see. Also I saw the holy city, New Jerusalem, coming down out of heaven from God, prepared like a bride beautifully dressed for her husband. I heard a loud voice from the throne say, "See, God Shekinah is with mankind, and he will live with them." How can you see Shekinah? I can't really see that, can you? I guess the glory. We're in a different realm here where the sea isn't there and the Shekinah is. They will be his people, and he will be himself God. With them will be their God. He will wipe away every tear from their eyes. There will no longer be any death, and there will no longer be any mourning, crying, or pain, because the old order has passed away. Then the one sitting on the throne said, "Look, I am making everything new." Also he said, "Write these words." No, he says, "Write. These words are true and trustworthy." And he said to me, "It is done. I am the A and the Z." Well, in Hebrew it said, "I am the Aleph and the top, the beginning and the end. To anyone who is thirsty, I myself will give water free of charge from the fountain of life. He who wins the victory will receive these things, and I will be his God, and he will be my son. But as for the cowardly, the unworthy, the vile, the murderers, the sexually immoral, those involved with the occult and with drugs, idol worshippers, and all liars, their destiny is the lake burning with fire and sulfur, the second death." One of the seven angels, having the seven bowls full of the seven last plagues, approached me and said, "Come, I will show you the bride, the wife of the Lamb." He carried me off in the Spirit to the top of a great high mountain and showed me the holy city, Jerusalem, coming down out of heaven from God. It had the Shekinah of God, so that its brilliance was like that of a priceless jewel, like a crystal clear diamond. It had a great high wall with 12 gates. At the gates were 12 angels, and inscribed on the gates were the names of the 12 tribes of Israel. There were 3 gates to the east, 3 gates to the north, 3 gates to the south, and 3 gates to the west. The wall in the city was built on 12 foundation stones, and these were the 12 names of the 12 emissaries of the Lamb. Angel speaking with me had a gold measuring rod with which to measure the city, its gates, and its wall. The city is laid out in a square, its length equal to its width. With his rod he measures the city at 1,500 miles, with length, width, and height the same. He measured its wall at 216 feet by human standards, plural, of measurements, which the angel was using. The wall was made of diamond, and the city of pure gold, resembling pure glass. The foundations of the city wall were decorated with all kinds of precious stones. The first foundation stone was diamond, the second sapphire, the third chalcedony, Chalcedonia, microcrystalline type of quartz occurring in several different forms, including onyx, agate, and jasper. The fourth, emerald. The fifth, sardonyx. Sardonyx is onyx in which white layers alternate with sard. See what Wikipedia says. Onyx is a banded variety of the oxide mineral chalcedony. Agate and onyx are both varieties of layered chalcedony that differ only in the form. The bands, agate has curved bands and onyx has parallel bands. Looking at a picture of it here. The colors of its bands range from white to almost every color, save some shades such as purple or blue. Common specimens of onyx contain bands of black and white. The sixth carnelian. Carnelian is a semi-precious stone consisting of an orange or orange-red variety of chalcedony. Kind of looks like a plum. Two different colors of plums. Okay, seventh chrysolite. Let's see what that looks like. No picture. Okay. The eighth beryl. Transparent pale green, blue or yellow mineral consisting of a silicate of beryllium and aluminum, sometimes used as a gemstone. The ninth, topaz. Isn't that, let's see what color that is, I think you know. Topaz is a silicate mineral of alumina and fluorine with the chemical formula Al2SiO42. See if there's a picture. Oh yeah, there's a picture. Okay, the 10th, chrysoprase. Apple green variety of chalcedony containing nickel. 11th, turquoise. And the 12th, amethyst. Violet or purple. Okay, that's a good looking stone. Violet variety of quartz. The 12 gates were 12. I'm stuck. 12 gate. Oh, what do I gotta push it with 2 fingers, not 3? Why is it stuck? Why is this moving? The 12 gates were 12 pearls, with each gate made of a single pearl. Still having problems though. The city's main street was pure gold, transparent as glass. I saw no temple in the city, for Adonai, God of heaven's armies, is its temple, as is the Lamb. The nations will walk by its light, and the kings of the earth will bring their splendor into it. Its gates will never close. They will stay open all day, because night will not exist there. And the honor and splendor of the nations will be brought into it. Nothing impure may enter it, nor anyone who does shameful things or lies. The only ones who may enter are those whose names are written in the Lamb's book of life. Okay. Let's see. see another version of the Bible I have here. Okay, I gotta read this fast. Young's literal translation. And I saw a new heaven and a new earth, for the first heaven and the first earth did pass away, and the sea is not anymore. And I, John, saw the holy city, New Jerusalem, coming down from God out of heaven, made ready as a bride adorned for her husband. And I heard a great voice out of heaven saying, Lo, the tabernacle of God with men is with men, and he will tabernacle with them, and they shall be his people, and he himself shall be their God. He himself shall be with them their God. God shall wipe away every tear from their eyes, and the death shall not be any more, nor sorrow, nor crying, nor shall there be any more pain, because the first things did go away. And he who was sitting upon the throne said, Lo, new I make all things. And he said to me, Write, because these words are true and steadfast. And he said to me, It hath been done. I am the Alpha and the Omega, the beginning and the end. I, to him who is thirsting, will give of the fountain of the water of life freely. He who is overcoming shall inherit all things, and I will be to him a God, and he shall be to me a son. And to fearful and unsteadfast and abominable and murderers and whoremongers and sorcerers and idolaters and all the liars, their part is in the lake that is burning with fire and brimstone, which is a second death. And there came unto me one of the seven messengers who have the seven vials that are full of the seven plagues, and he spake with me, saying, Come, I will show thee the bride of the Lamb, the wife. And he carried me away in the spirit to a mountain great and high, and showed to me the great city, the holy Jerusalem, coming down out of heaven from God, having the glory of God, and her light is like a stone most precious, as a jasper stone, clear as crystal, having also a great wall and high, having 12 gates, and at the gates 12 messengers, and names written thereon, which are those of the 12 tribes of the sons of Israel. At the east 3 gates, at the north 3 gates, at the south 3 gates, at the west 3 gates. And the wall of the city had 12 foundations, and in them names of the 12 apostles of the Lamb. And he who is speaking with me had a golden reed, that he may measure the city and its gates and its walls. And the city lieth square, and the length of it is as great as the breadth. And he did measure the city with the reed furlongs, 12,000. The length and the breadth and the height of it are equal. And he measured its wall 144 cubits, the measure of a man, that is, of the messenger. And the building of its wall was jasper, and the city is pure gold, like to pure glass. And the foundations of the wall of the city with every precious stone have been adorned. The first foundation, jasper; the second, sapphire; the third, chalcedony; the fourth, emerald; the fifth, sardonyx; the sixth, sardis; the seventh, chrysolite; the eighth, beryl; the ninth, topaz; the 10th, chrysoprase; the 11th, jacinth; the 12th, amethyst. And the 12 gates are 12 pearls, each several. One of the gates was of one pearl, and the broad place of its city is pure gold, as transparent glass. And a sanctuary I did not see in it, for the Lord God, the Almighty, is its sanctuary, and the Lamb. And the city hath no need of the sun nor of the moon, that they may shine in it, for the glory of God did lighten it, and the lamp of it is the Lamb. And the nations of it, of the saved, in its light shall walk. And the kings of the earth do bring their glory and honor into it, and its gates shall not at all be shut by day, for night shall not be there, and they shall bring the glory and the honor of the nations into it. And there may not at all enter into it anything defiling and doing abomination and a lie, but those written in the scroll of the life of the Lamb.